Okay, round 3, and we are on the choose play first, the draw. And yeah, we're gonna keep this. No, don't want a mole. We got a 2-drop. Any land gets us one of our 3-drops, and then we got some follow up, including a Dragon Mantle. Green Drafter, what up, Green Drafter? Lead off with the Mountain. If we don't draw, well, we drew. I was gonna say if we didn't draw our third land in the next 2 draws, would easily go ahead and put the Dragon Mantle on the land Snarecasters to start digging for it. But we got there. So I think we're going to try to have that explosive start like we did against our last opponent where we put the the Haste Dude down and try to start going off with some elementals. Could easily get Lightning Struck or Magma Jetted here, or I always forget what the 1 damage spells are. But we're going to give this guy a try. I think it's too powerful not to go for. Centaur is fine. Yeah. Cool. We drew a mountain. It would have been better if it had been plain, so we kind of bashed in with everyone. But I think we still just go for the aggressive plan here. Opponent's probably going to trade off here, take 5 down to 11. And then we'll be in good shape with our follow-ups, I'd say. Yeah, let's do that. Just keep the beats going. Opponent handily knew that was a must-do. I could play the Dragon Mantle now on one of these guys, which I kind of want to do because I would love to be able to put the Alseid on the Elemental next turn. So yeah, let's go ahead and put the Dragon Mantle on the Snarecaster, draw our card. That's great. So we're guaranteed to be able to bestow on the Elemental. And we're bashing with a 5-3. Could easily get stowed away by something. Not a 2-headed Cerberus. And then we'll be in a good job for untapping from our other pieces here. Bash in. Could be a combat trick, but that would have been fine because we still get the Alseid. And here is representing the damage that we need to at this point in the game so that as my opponent starts putting out the big beef dudes, we're able to still get through and represent so much that hopefully it won't be an issue. I like playing the Kragma Butcher and having the Order and God's Willing available. So I think we will attack with both. If my opponent goes to block the Lean and Snarecaster, do I risk it with Mortal's Ardor? And then, yeah, that should be the win if my opponent tries to do anything. Sneaky. So my opponent should just block the Lean and Snarecaster. So because of that, I'm just going to put... I think we only win by doing Mortal's Ardor and God's Willing, so I kind of have to go that route. And that means I'm just going to go ahead and put it here. And my opponent would have to respond to the Ardor, and then I should be able to God's Willing in response, if anything. I think that'll do it. And we had to show it, but we still get it. And then we'll choose, careful, green. I probably should have done red, shoot. Because my opponent does have another burn spell. Could blow it out. Yeah, that was wrong. I should have done red. Luckily, my opponent didn't have those things, but that was a bad play. That's no fun. Don't really see Spark Jolt being relevant. My opponent is playing green-red. I don't know right now if there's anything I want to do with this Evangel or not, so we're going to keep it the way it is. And going down to 16 lands hasn't really been a good idea, it seems. Every time I've played it, that's been really stuck on mana. So if I pull this out, I'm not planning on going like the Gift Bronze Sable route. So I'm just going to keep it the way it is for now. I'm okay with that. That seems like a good hand. Since I don't have a lot of things to be bestowing with this Akrone Skyguard, I'm actually going to lead off with like the Arena Athlete. Try to get a little bit more damage through on the base there. Ooh, actually, I think I'll play the Saturn Rambler because I'm happy to trade off these two. I really don't want my opponent ramping into anything. My opponent's probably happy to trade off as well, thinking that just getting these cards... Oh, wow. Okay, so that's a thing. What you gonna do? You gonna attack? Yes, you are. Don't know why you play the Hedonist first, then. That's weird. Ooh, Spear's nice. Could take the time to play it out now, but I'm sure we'll be able to do that a little bit later. The thing is, it maximizes my mana. Yeah, the next turn we'll get to play 2 2-drops. So, I think we do just want to do that. Play the Athlete and the Skyguard next turn. If I draw Mountain, I'll probably just play the Cyclops. Considering these guys aren't doing a whole lot. Yeah, which we didn't grab. So, my opponent's stuck on 2 lands. That's going to be quite a pain for my opponent. Because we're going to be able to get pretty far ahead if my opponent doesn't start playing dudes. Especially with a Spear out. As we dump our hand. Worst comes to worst, next turn we're able to have our Magma Jet and our Spear available. Which is what we're at right now. Do I attack in with Athlete? No, I'm actually fine with just attacking in with the Skyguard. My opponent's stuck on land. Yeah, I want to be bashing through, but it's not worth it. We'll play the patient game. Setessan Oathsworn. Still okay with not killing it with the Magma Jet. Just kind of winning the air here. It does mean I want to always keep the Magma Jet available, so when my opponent goes to target the Oathsworn, I can do that in response. I could take the opportunity now to Oread up my Akrone Skyguard and start bashing in for 5. If I do that, am I really open to any kind of pump or anything? I don't think I am. And if anything, it gets me out of burn range. So if my opponent does put something on the Oathsworn and attacks in, we will have the Spear later on to get us out of that jam. There was an argument I could have put the Oread on the Arena Athlete, but I think getting my Dragon online, the 5/5 against red-green is very good. Opponent's still stuck on lands though. Well, not really stuck on lands, but doesn't have the red that is needed. Now we can go ahead and be a little nutty here. So we tap this guy down, then we get some attacks in. Yes, I'm going to use the ability. This will force my opponent to use a trick to kill the Arena Athlete, if there is one. And we should be able to blow that out with our Magma Jet. Excuse me. Yep, looks like there's a trick. No, just chumping. Just chumping. That's acceptable as well. And there's the red finally. I think we're far enough ahead where that's probably not going to matter much. Not too sure. Might be a little too confident right now. But it seems like this was not a very exciting last match. Which I guess makes sense, since it was two decks that have won one and lost one. They're both probably just kind of average and unexciting, and it really just came down to who had what draw. Not a lot of skill play. If anything, I've been playing poorly. Alright, my opponent's going to try to get big here. With what, a 6-drop, 7-drop? What you got? Oh, Destructive Revelry. That's good, but what else are you doing with your mana? A Nessian Asp. I see, I see. So that is pretty alright. However, if I Magma Jet my own Arena Athlete, making this guy under block, 4, it's only 6 points of damage. Bummer! So I think what we do is just Magma Jet my own Skyguard to kill the Nessian Asp. And we get to Scry too, so that'll be nice. Obviously I have a combat trick. Should not block, but you're going to. Okay. I'm only doing this because my opponent's tapped out. PS. And first strike. Yeah, we'll take both. What do I want first? I want the Snarecaster, so if anything does get played, we can just tap it down. Because another fatty should allow us to, we'll tap it down, and then we should be able to get in for the win. Vulpine Goliath. Exactly. Cool. Game. My opponent was just way too far behind. Could have easily have gone differently if my opponent mulliganed, or had just was maybe on the plane to the draw or anything. But being stuck on those many lands, it's the really only way for our deck to win against such a fatty, heavy deck. But it was cool. It was fun. Thanks everyone for watching. This is Ryan from Mana Bluff. Just messing around with Born of the Gods drafts. We'll see you next week. Comment, subscribe, like on YouTube. Comment on Mana Bluff. Find me on Twitter, __RJH__. And I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.